It's Lupac, baby, in the building.
The truth teller in the building.
The pressure bringer in the building.
If you rockin' with Pac,
make some noise. Yeah, if you got them receipts,
put it on the floor.
If you got that truth,
put it on the floor.
If you rockin' with Lupac,
put it on the floor.
Hey, 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 hey. One time for the realest, bitch. Two times for the coldest, bitch. Three times for the bossed up, bitch.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
Yeah, that's Lupac, bitch.
One time for Lupac, bitch.
Let's go.
Two times for Lupac, bitch.
That's right.
Three times for Lupac, bitch.
Fuck up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
It's Lupac, baby. Walk in, whole room in a G-shift. Truth talk heavy, she don't ever miss. Stand on facts, yeah, she stand on 10. When Pac touch down, pressure step in. Spotlight glow when she hit that live. Whole chat lit when she drop that vibe. No fake love, only real ones roll. Lupac run the scene, that's how it goes. Clock that T-receipts on sight. Drop one post on that ignite. Talk that truth, she don't play nice. Put it on the floor, expose that light. Go Lupac,
Go, go, Lupac, go, 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 Lupac, go.
put it on the floor, Pac, put it on the floor. Time for the realest,
Bitch, hey.
two times for the coldest,
Bitch, hey.
three times for the bossed up,
Bitch, fuck it up, fuck it up.
yeah, that's Lupac,
Bitch. One time for Lupac, baby.
hey,
Two times for Lupac, baby.
that's right,
Three times for Lupac, baby.
turn up,
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
it's Lupac, baby. Truth in her voice, yeah, the crowd gon' lean. When she clock them receipts, know she mean what she mean. No cap stories, she dismantle the fake. Every live she hit, make the whole chat shake. From the boot energy to worldwide view. Lupac, baby, got nothing to prove. Stand tall, crown never tilt. Pressure too heavy, whole lane get built. Put it on the floor, 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 put it on the floor.
Go Lupac, go, go Lupac, go. Receipts on the floor, let's go. One time for Lupac, baby. Two times for Lupac, baby.
That's right,
Three times for Lupac, baby.
turn up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up. It's Lupac, baby.
If you want some weird shit, stay away. Stay away from me. Period.
No weapon should profit.
No weapon form is going to prosper.
No weapon form is gonna profit. Thank you, Pastor.
And another thing, if you coming with that drama and that negativity, wet,
Yeah. What she bring?
Back,
What she talk?
true, true.
Who they hear?
Lupa,
Who they want?
Lupa.
Say it loud.
Yeah.
She don't mumble. Stepping in. Home run, no lies.
No lies.
She dismantle. Every word. Hard handle. Receipts up.
No stall.
No stall.
No stall.
Name ring.
Head turn.
She say it. That's law.
Truth hit.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
What she do?
Break it down.
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 Then what she do? Break it down. Break it down. No spin talk. No fake sound. She don't whisper. She lay it down. Every claim. She press check. Every lie. She correct. Boot state. Backbone strong. Stand firm. 10 toes on. She talk one. That's final. Lupac voice. Undeniable.
Yeah.
That's Lupac. Facts only.
Hey, Pop Squad! Yeah, let me stop. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Friday, baby. This is my DJ voice. What's going on, y'all? We are at the end of this crazy work week, child. It's been, well, it ain't been a long week because the days are literally flying by fast as hell. It was just 2025. We are literally in the middle of 2026. Can y'all believe that? Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas time. It's going to be the holidays, and I cannot wait because I don't like this bipolar summer weather. I cannot stand the heat, the bugs, the mosquitoes. Y'all, they had a turtle looking at me on my sidewalk when I got in my car. Like, I that's country living for you. I took a picture of it too. I said, well, I be damned. He didn't lost his way, child. But I don't like the summertime, y'all. I am not a city girl. You know, they like to cut up in the summer. I'm a country winter girl, period. I love the cold air. But y'all, what's going on? It's the weekend and it's time to have some fun. It's time to party, y'all. Little 1-2. I said, let me come do a little 1-2 with my people because we ain't got nothing going on. We've been trying to get to the movies, child, but every time we say we're going to the movies, one of the or two of the kids end up leaving. It's summertime for my babies, so they be doing a little 1-2, you know. So y'all gotta make some time for y'all mommy, okay? But anyways, let me see who we got in here. We just got out of Auntie Primo live. She did a good one. She had a good one. She was, you know, Debo and Laonia over there, baby. I had to tell her to stall her out. Stall him out, Debo. You're doing your big one. She was putting that pressure, that smoke under her. Hey, Miss Yolanda. Hey, Miss Renee, Miss Slim, Eric GG. We got Miss Geraldine, Lady in Flight, Miss Tina, Miss Hill, my love. Shout out to you. You came in before I even hit the chat and you was throwing them blessings. I appreciate you. Auntie Pimo gave you a really good shout out, and I second that notion because you are a blessing. You like this lady has been jumping from chat to chat to chat, just cutting up, y'all. Just blessings overflowing. And I appreciate you. And I know I speak for all the content creators when I say we appreciate you. Okay. Shout out to Miss Hill, baby. She been pulling them bushwatchers up out the bushes. Like she getting them out by the tenfolds. She even pulled me out the bushes in Auntie Primo live, but I technically was in the chat, but you know, she still pulled me out the bushes. I ended up getting gifted a membership. You say, good evening, beautiful Lupag. I don't want to bring the bad seeds out the bushes with my gifting to your content. Do you want me to not give to your channel? Because I have no idea who YouTube. I don't care. Listen, one thing about me is when it comes to my exclusive content, like if it's meant for them to hear it, it's meant for them to hear it. It might change some minds. It might make them look at things a little differently. So it don't bother me. It don't. Nene, shout out to my sis Nene. She been pulling them out the bushes for a while now. So it really does not bother me. It don't, you know, it don't matter to me, Miss Hill. But thank you for your support. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Hey Keisha, let me go down. Let me see who else we got. Miss Cat, we got Beyond Compare. We got Miss Amina. We got Kayleen in the building. Period. We got Miss Lisa. We got Miss Cheryl, my Louisiana sister. Scorpio Stings. Thank you again, Miss Hill. You say stank has really. You could tell she been over there by Queen Step with that stank. Y'all know that's Queen Step Leverage style. Shout out to Queen Steph. She had a good members live yesterday too. You said really has a mental problem. Her priorities are all messed up. She is very selfish. Yeah, Auntie Pimo did a number on her just now. Ooh, child, she did a number on her, y'all. Hey, Miss Angela. Hey, Miss Renee, Miss Dee Jaisha. We got, wait, hold on. Dark and Lovely. Shout out to you. That's the new name. My bro Terry, of course, coming through with the copyright and fair use. We got Miss Witty. We got It Don't Matter. We got, hold on, let me see. Look at God. Shout out to you. We got my sis, the real Nina the GOAT, period. Shout out to you and all my other beautiful minds that's in the building holding it down for Pop. We got Miss Margaret. We got, let me see, is that a 01 Tammy in the building? Miss Jackie H. Thank you, Nene. Thank you for that super, my love. Erica, Kimberly, Tokyo, thank you. You say, hey, Pock and chat. Just wanted to spread some love. I'm headed to the movies. We'll catch the replay. Let me find out you go and see Scary Movie, because that's another one that didn't drop that we got to go see now too, y'all. We got to go see the new Mortal Kombat, and we got to go see the new Scary Movie. Y'all know we're going to support the Wayans family now. And this been a long time coming, because y'all know, if you're familiar with the how everything played out, they caught hell. You know, the Wayans brothers created Scary Movie, but them white tea people took over their little situation, so they fought legally to get it back to where it needs to be with that family. So we definitely got to go show some support for that and sell that movie out, baby. And I'm pretty sure it will, because people been waiting for Scary Movie to come back. Hey Toya, hey my love. Who else in here? Let me see. Let me go down. Hey, Love Me For Real. Hey, Barbie. We got our Buttercup. Thank you again, Miss Hill. You cutting up, child. Thank you for the fireworks. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Angela. Who else? Let me see. Show enough loving my curse. Shout out to my sister. We got KB Mommy. We got Miss Shannon in the building. We got Miss Deborah. Who else? Let me see. Sierra Boyd in this thing. Queen Sag. Latte, of course. We got Miss Jackie. We got Miss Shalene. Miss Renee. We got Nita M. We got Candy. We got Miss Vonda. Miss Lenora. Christina. Vetta's World in the building. The green team is always VIP in the chats. They gonna show y'all who they are, period. Miss Giselle. Miss Teresa. Thank you, Miss Angela B, for the firework. Who else? Let me see. Miss Evelyn. We got Miss Beverly. We got Miss Melody, Miss Valerie, Miss Carla. Tanise in the building. Regal. Shout out to you, Miss Deborah, Miss Dorothy. We got Toya. Oh, y'all cutting up, child. A lot of new names. Shout out to all the new supporters that's coming through. We are currently in season 3, episode 6 of the LaTruth saga. Okay. And a lot of people were wondering, where did I get those numbers, y'all? That means year 3, month 6. That's where I got it from. Okay. It is a never ending soap opera, a ghetto one at that. Shout out to Latte. She says it's a Tubi special. Okay. Because it's definitely giving Ratchet Tubi. The Ratchet side of Tubi, not the side of Tubi where they got the good flicks where you can, actually see those, or they done been to the actual theaters and stuff. No, we talking about the ones where they filmed the movies with the iPhone. Okay, the iPhone 7. What y'all listen? Hey, Miss France. Hey, Miss Mel. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Miss Adrienne. Miss Jocelyn. Who else? Let me see. Miss Mercedes in the building. Miss Latrice. We got Miss Beverly. We got Brandy. Who else? I think I got Manifestations of God. Shout out to you. And we're gonna do I gotta shout my girl out. Hey, Gemini. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Miss Charlene. Okay, I quit, y'all. I quit. A collective hate to everybody else that's coming through. I see y'all and I appreciate y'all. One thing y'all can't say about Pac is that I don't speak to my people. Okay, we're gonna always do that. I don't care how big the channel gets. I'm gonna forever show love to the ones that show love to me. Because a lot of y'all started with me when the channel was not popping, baby. Y'all were still here and y'all still here. So I gotta show y'all a little extra love. Thank you, Miss Brandy, for getting that membership. All right, let's get to the bottom of the chat. Thank you, Janae. She say, thank you for continued prayers for me, Pac. I'm still in a bit of pain. Please keep the prayers coming for me. Definitely. We love on our people over here. When one hurt, we all hurt. So y'all continue the prayers. I will definitely continue the prayers. When I pray for myself and my kids and my family at night, I pray for you, all of y'all, with those same prayers. Okay. That's just me. I pray for everybody that supports me. I include y'all in my family prayers, child. And when y'all ask for special prayers, I do those also. Because I love y'all. Okay? I love y'all. Y'all are second family to me. That's why I keep coming back, child. Because they would have been ran my ass off if it wouldn't be for y'all. Okay? Because I don't deal with the drama and the negativity in real life, baby. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. Even when them cheering in the background cutting up, it's still peaceful. It's just a little extra ruckus because y'all know cheering like to cut up, child. But yeah, we don't have them problems. Thank you, Miss Hill. And make sure y'all shout out Miss Hill thank Miss Hill for the gifted memberships to the new 5 members that we just got. Okay. All right. We are finally at the bottom of the chat. Y'all came in here quick, baby. Y'all must have followed me from over there in Auntie Pimo Live. But it's all good in the hood because y'all know we share and spread the love. If you would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me $sign Lupac 2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or super sticker. Y'all done already started turning up. Shout out to y'all for the fireworks. You can also support me by getting a membership. Shout out to all the new members, the old members, the in-between members. I will be doing another members live probably Sunday. We're probably gonna do one Sunday because yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. I want to kind of go through some court documents, not new yet, y'all, but some that are still, sitting in the blender. Because a lot of people are confused, which this is what this live is actually about. Because they had a little. I don't know if it was a RH supporter. I'm pretty sure it wasn't because, she was in Dawn's chat and I don't like to single people out, but she low key was trying to call me live Pac, y'all. So I wanted to bring this document back just to kind of do a little refresher because, yeah, she was throwing a little shade at your girl as if I don't be knowing what I be talking about. So we're going to, we're going to talk legal talk just for a little hot second, baby. But make sure y'all watching them ads and please hit that like button. And at the end of this live, hype your girl up. Y'all know the vibes, child. Y'all know the vibes, baby. All right. Thank you, Bella. And let me see. And thank you, Miss Beverly, for getting that membership. Let me see. Even Chat GPT acknowledges Pop. Shout out the Pop Squad show did. Listen. The only thing I didn't like though, it caught me slipping because I was reading y'all comments where y'all was tan Brie a new ass in the chat, and it basically put everything together. So it didn't give an accurate assessment of my actual reaction to the court paperwork because it was going off of things that I was reading, in the comments, and I was like, damn, but it's all good. When it got towards the end of the assessment, it started kind of picking it back up. So it is what it is. The ones who get it, baby. Period. Y'all know the vibes over here. We provide receipts, we provide black and white court documents, and it's really based off of your own perspective. I give my opinion, my perspective. You don't have to take it, but still try to see things for what it is based on what's being presented as far as the black and white is concerned. That's why I'm like, how they be saying we be lying over here when we actually showing y'all the paperwork? Like, they can literally see it for themselves too. They be in here before y'all in here. So like, all you gotta do is look at the paperwork, baby. It ain't nothing to lie about. Like, and even outside of the paperwork, who just lies on random? Let me not say that because there's a lot of people that lie on strangers and random people. So I don't know. Maybe it just blow my mind, but I don't have time to be lying on these strangers. Okay, like I know we don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. I have no reason to lie on these people when it comes to this paperwork because it's gonna be what it's gonna be regardless. Like our steps are already written, and I believe that. Thank you, Miss Michelle, and thank you, Calm. Hey, Calm. All right, y'all. So let me pull this up because a lot of people are not just that lady that was in the chat, but I think a lot of people are confused when it comes to why is it still showing like this? When it comes to all of those contempts. Now, like I said before, if you ain't in my members only family, in the members only content, then a lot of things you won't know that we went over as far as court documents are concerned. Because most of at least 85% of the court documents, unless it's something really, really big, it goes straight to members only. If you green, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And concerning all of those contempts that are each file, all of those things are sitting in the blender, waiting to be refiled. That's it. That's all. Like, I don't know why is it so difficult for some people to grasp. Like, they think that because I've seen people saying, "Oh, he what word did they use? He dismissed them." Yes, they are dismissed, but temporarily. You gotta know legal terms to actually know what's going on here. Thank you, Miss Renee. You say let's go park the real receipt queen. Thank you, my love. All right, let me pull this up, y'all. You have to know what these legal terms. That's why whenever I go over court documents, I show y'all definitions and all of that to break it down properly. That way nobody is confused as far as what's going on with this paperwork. Because You can see some paperwork, but if you don't understand the dialogue or the actual words, the legal terms that's being used, then you'll still be confused. So that's why I try to break it down, even with defining certain words, breaking down legal terms, all of that to give people a clear understanding. That way, you're not left confused after we then went over all of the documents. So this right here, let me put this on the other screen. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This was filed, I want to say in March. Don't quote me, but I think this paperwork right here was filed in March, y'all. And this is if y'all remember, okay, let me kind of break it down. If y'all remember, this was right before RH and Bree had that court date, that hearing for, matter of fact, hold on, let me pull it up and I can tell y'all exactly what it was. Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone. 1 second. Okay, make sure y'all hitting that like button for your girl. All right, let's see. Where you at? Hold on, y'all. Okay, we need to go in this one right here. Okay, let's go down. So I want to say that April 30th. That is hearing. I think it was that one. Was it that one or was it the? Let me see what date we got on here. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I want to make sure. Final order was May 6th. That's when they put the final order out. Affidavit in support of motion. Let me see. So it has to be in the April 30th. No, let's go back a little further. Okay, so March 25th, 2026. That's when this paperwork was filed right here. It was filed March 25th, 2026, y'all. So like a couple months ago. And let me see. Hold on. Notice of dismissal without. So this was the 23rd. Continuation. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. This one was filed on the 23rd. My bad, y'all. So this one was filed March 23rd, 2026. I was looking at the wrong one. All right. So, but let me read it to y'all. It says, notice of voluntary dismissal of allegations of plaintiff's first amended petition for modification of child custody and support relating only to child custody without prejudice. That word is very important. If you remember when I actually went over these documents, I told y'all to pay attention to that word because that is a major legal term when it comes to custody filings, when trying to separate things, or when you want to notify the courts that you're leaving this open so that you can refile it. Okay, that is a very important legal term in custody filings. Now, if it would have said with prejudice, then everything was done, data, finito, over with, finished, child. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna read it, but let me tell y'all, when all of this come now, if you in my members only, then we've been going over contempts since 2024. That's how far back all of this legal paperwork goes. Like since 2024, y'all. And that's how slow the Georgia court system is too. But you got to also move according to your finances. Like RH went from pro se to getting an attorney, and none of that is free, right? None of that is free. None of that is cheap. You can only move as fast as your pockets, baby. Okay, especially when it comes to having an attorney and not doing things pro se. Yes, some can say, oh, well, he could file it. He don't need an attorney. In this situation, he definitely does. Early on, now, like how it was initially with Janelle, when Janelle first filed, he filed pro se, and Bree also filed pro se. No attorney was needed because they were in agreement. But once you start disagreeing and a child is involved, I'd advise anybody to get an attorney. Get an attorney, because when especially fathers, because the courts favor the mother more so anyways. This is why I be telling people it's very, very hard to strip a mother of custody status. And that's why it pissed me off when we were saying that she was gonna lose custody, or whatever, because we never said that. We never said that. What we said is that Janelle definitely was going for full custody. Now, whether that changed or not, I have no clue. And yeah, like, we don't know. We don't know what the future holds when it comes to those two. Okay. Now, what I will say is every contempt that RH has filed is on reserve, y'all. It's not dismissed. It's not gone. It's not finito. It ain't none of those things. Okay. It's literally sitting on reserve to be refiled. And what I will say is when it comes back up, it's going to hit like a motherfucking hurricane. Okay. Because you got to think about it. That's a lot of contempts that have to be answered for. That's a whole lot. And that was a chess move. I said that when this paperwork was first filed, it was a chess. And Lord, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to owe me an apology whenever this paperwork is refiled. But I ain't gonna hold y'all to it, because it is what it is, child. They think you lying. If you don't support the same person they support, baby, they call you a liar. Okay, even if you ain't lying, child, it is what it is. But I'm a gloat. Okay, we gotta do a little gloat, because what y'all ain't finna do is play on my name, baby. We ain't finna play on Parks' name, because I know how to interpret and understand and analyze these court documents. Period. You said lifetimes ago. Yay! Shout out to my sister, 22 months, period. Hey, Miss Veronica. So, y'all, let me get back to it. Let me pull this up, because I want to show y'all the difference. And I actually showed this. I probably did it in members only, though. So that's probably why a lot of people don't know. Hold on. Let me pull this up. All right. Ooh, I might have too many tabs open. What does without prejudice and with prejudice? Ooh, I spelled that all wrong. Mean in legal terms involving a custody situation. All right, let's see. Let's see what it says. Okay, I wanna damn, I have to take this down. Thank you, Nene. Nene and Miss Hill be cutting up, child. They pulling them out the bushes. Shout out to the bush watchers. Y'all come say hey, girl, hey in the chat, okay? Because they pulling y'all out. They are pulling y'all out. They ain't playing with y'all no more in them bushes. Make sure y'all hitting that like button too. Thank you, sister. All right, y'all. So before I take this down and show y'all what that actual term means, I'm going to read this to y'all again. It says, notice of voluntary dismissal of allegations of plaintiff's first amended petition for modification of child custody and support relating only to child custody without prejudice. Okay. So what falls under this? Notice, if y'all notice, all of those contempts that we discussed, and whenever I do my members live, whenever we do our upcoming members live, I'm going to kind of go through those contempts again for y'all. It's a lot, y'all, but we'll do it. Just to show y'all, all of those contempts are relative to the custody situations. Like, not showing up to a drop-off pickup, right? Or posting something on social media in relation to their custody situation. Anything that can fall, basically everything that he filed was in relation to their custody situation that was not supposed to be done, or it was a violation, or anything like that. So all of that will come back around whenever they refile. Okay. Whenever it's refiled, it will all come back. But it says notice of voluntary dismissal of allegations of plaintiff first amended petition for modification of child custody and support relating only to child custody without prejudice. The plaintiff, Robert Hampton, by and through his undersigned attorney, files his notice of voluntary dismissal of allegations of petition for modification of child custody and child support relating to modification of custody only, and not allegations of modification of child support without prejudice. The plaintiff intends to pursue the allegations related to modification of child support contained in the plaintiff's second amended petition for modification of child support in this action. Okay, and that was filed on the 23rd day of May. Notice it was said not once, not twice, but 3 times. They quoted that without prejudice is also in the certification page, which is page 2 of this filing. Let me show y'all that part. Hold on. Hey, Auntie Primo. Hey, my love. Hey to everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. And thank you, Crystal. Thank you for the support, my love. Thanks, Pop, for always dropping facts. Y'all know I got y'all. Okay? Y'all know I got y'all over here, baby. They can play if they want to, but listen, I can't wait to put it on the low. Because these people gonna quit playing on my name, baby. One thing I know is my chat. Okay? I know my chat, baby. All right, let's take that one down. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all the other one before I show y'all these definitions. So this is the certificate, the certificate of service showing that they were served the actual paperwork. Now, whether her attorney explained that ain't my concern, okay? Because you know it was said on that side that it was over and done with, finito. But like I said, you know, if people don't know what actual legal terms mean, that's not my business. I can only tell y'all what I know, baby. I can only break down what I know. So this one says, and this is page 2, I hereby certify that I have this day served a copy of the foregoing notice of filing voluntary dismissal of allegations of plaintiff first amended petition for modification of child custody and child support relating to child custody only without prejudice upon the defendant by serving her attorney of record, Brittany Dixon, by electronic service this 23rd day of March 2026. Notice it mentions it again. But what I think a lot of people did is they focused on the fact that it says filing voluntary dismissal. I think a lot of people focus on that dismissal word, but they're not paying attention to without prejudice. Now, let's go right here. Let me take this down. All right. Let's go to good old Google real quick, you know, for the ones that I know what the terms mean, but this is for the ones who don't know what they mean. So I asked Google, I said, what does without prejudice and with prejudice, because that's 2 totally different things, y'all, mean in legal terms involving a custody situation? In legal terms, without prejudice means a decision or order is not permanent and can be changed, refiled, or challenged in the future. Conversely, with prejudice means the issue is permanently closed and neither parent can ever refile or relitigate the same exact claim again. Okay? It says, because children grow and circumstances frequently change, child custody orders are almost always handled without prejudice. Meaning, let me give an example to that, y'all. So what they just said, hold on, let me read that part again for the ones in the back. It says, because children grow and circumstances, and y'all know what can fall under circumstances. It means that the person, the parent that's constantly catching contempts can catch more contempts. They can keep doing things. They can keep violating all of these things. Something can happen with the child. So you want to leave that door open to where you can hit them with that wham, baby. You can hit them with that wham at any given time. A lot of times when people voluntarily dismiss something in custody court without prejudice, not with prejudice, without prejudice, is because they want to stack more evidence, right? They want to gather more facts. They want, they want to pile it up. They want to pile it up because in any custody situation, judges like to see consistent, like if they gonna make a change, let me say that. If something is gonna be done, they need to see some consistency of violations, consistency of contempts. Y'all ever notice if y'all watch court proceedings and stuff like that, when it comes to custody situations, whether it's on YouTube or whatever, you know how they be having all of those those judges that be on YouTube and they be doing those Zoom litigations or Zoom court hearings or whatever. And it could be like a custody situation with a mom and a dad, and the mom has constantly violated visitation with the father, meaning that not once, not twice, but 3, 4, 5 times. And then when they go to their hearing and the judge say, since you can't follow, since you have a problem with abiding by court order, we're going to give full custody to the father. That's just an example, y'all. Okay? They like to see a consistency of a violation or contempt to actually do something. That's why a lot of times when they go to court, when it's fresh, you'll see where the judge will give a warning. Keep in mind, they done been to contempt court multiple times already. If you've been in my members only, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. They have literally been in contempt court multiple times where warnings were given. Only warnings. Nothing was actually done. So, once it's shown that it's a consistent violation or consistent contempt, then 9 times out of 10, the judge is going to put that hammer down. Okay? He or she going to put that hammer down because they don't like insubordination. They don't like when rules are not followed. Because it shows you feel like you above reproach, or you can get away with anything, whatever. And this is why I say you got to be real careful when you put the courts into your business, because you basically relinquish control over your own seeds. You are no longer in control. If a complete stranger can remove your custody status of your children that you birthed, baby, you are no longer in control of said kids. Okay? Think about it, y'all. When you go to court, if you go to court for something, or how CPS, DCFS, or DFS, whatever they call it in different states, is DCFS here. They can just come in your house and take your kids. Like, we don't own our children. And this is why when kids are first born, shout out to what's that? And I spoke on her before. Shamir Rice's mom. I forgot her name, but she did an interview with Tasha K, and she was saying how she was basically homeless, and she had like 5 kids. Shamir wasn't her only child. They're like 4 or 5 kids, y'all, and she was moving from house to house because she was unstable and in between jobs, and they took her kids, and they just came in and took her kids. Like, and then she said she learned that, when you have kids, you are, as a mother, regardless if those kids are living with you, custody is not established until you go to court. Until you go to court, custody is not established. So she was basically giving advice and advising any and all parents who have, physical custody of the kids to actually go to court and get that paperwork, because it makes it harder for CPS, DCFS, DFS, whatever, to remove your kids out of your custody. They literally have to go through the courts and all kind of other stuff to prove and give, actual reasons why they are removing those kids instead of just taking them. Okay? Y'all cutting up. I know y'all cutting up in them comments. Thank you, Nene. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Auntie Pimo, why are you laughing, Auntie Pimo? Auntie Pimo be cutting up. Oh Lord, Aisha did hit the chat, y'all. I know she cutting up. All right, so like I said, y'all, because children grow and circumstances frequently change, child custody orders are almost always handled without prejudice. Because you want to be able to, if something happens, if the parent with the physical custody starts violating, you want to be able to still be able to file. Now, let me say this. Had RH and his attorney filed it without prejudice, if they would have filed it, if they would have filed it with prejudice, it was over with. He would have never been able to go back and do anything. Like all of those contempts, everything that she's done over time would have been down the drain. Down the drain, y'all. And child, listen. And she did a lot. We've all been here watching the show. Okay. So that's why I say that was a chess move. That was a chess move because it's just sitting on the back burner. It's just heating up, spicing up. And like I said, more often than not, whenever people do file voluntary dismissals, it's more often than not because they want to continue to gather evidence or they're not ready, or like I said, it costs. It costs money. When you got an attorney, it costs money. And yeah, you can file motions or whatever pro se, but get an attorney. If it's a lot and you know what you're dealing with, especially in this situation, I would have advised an attorney be got. Okay? No, ma'am. We ain't doing that pro se. You go pro se when you are it's some simple stuff. Like if it's something real simple and you ain't got nobody that's rebuttaling you in the courtroom or something like that, then yeah, that's different. But you just got to educate yourself a little bit or whatever. But outside of that, when it's involving custody and it's serious, yeah, you need to have an attorney. You need to have an attorney because he was pro se initially, and then it started getting a little more difficult. It started getting a little more difficult, and you paying the money that you paying to file the motions, you can pay that attorney to file to work for you. So I would advise anybody, especially when it's involving custody, because you could be dealing with, if it's a father, and I'm just giving an example, a father could be dealing with a mother who is very unfit, right? And Auntie Pimo can attest to this. It's so hard to get custody away from mothers. It has to be a situation. If it's the emergency, now let's go there. If it's something involving child abuse or the kids being exposed to drugs, put it together. Actual abuse, pedophilia. I'm trying to talk in code, y'all. Or any of those things, then that's different. That would be considered emergency situations, emergency removal type situations. But if it's other things like, constantly missing visitation, not visitation, constantly missing pickup, drop offs, what else? Constantly missing pickup, drop off, not giving the father access to certain things that he's supposed to have access to, and little things of neglect here and there when it comes to the child. It has to accumulate. It has to pile up. They want to see that the violations is being consistently done to show some form of being unfit or unsuitable to maintain a healthy environment physically and mentally for the child. Like it has to, it has to accumulate. You got to have a lot, y'all. Look it up, okay? If you know, you got to have a lot. It ain't easy to just remove a child from a mother's custody. It's not. Auntie Pimo said that's the way this country is designed. I agree. Like it's sad, but and then a lot of times we might look at things or think things are considered unfit, but it could just be morally wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to give an example, but use y'all brain, okay? Use y'all brain. We're gonna just say that. It'll be something that we might be like, oh, she unfit or she's unstable, or and it might just be morally wrong. Like you would never do it, but it wouldn't actually be a reason that a judge would remove a custody status unless it's consistent and it keeps occurring. And even then, a lot of times they'll make the mother take like a class, a parenting class, or sometimes they'll just remove the child temporarily. Temporary, like they will do everything in their power, even drug. Oh shoot, I want to say that word. Even rug heads, crackheads, whatever you want to call it, child, lose their kids for periods of time. But if they can show that they're in recovery, and take, they'll probably make them take rug tests periodically and stuff like that. They even get their kids back. So it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into that, y'all. You say, do anyone have? I should have known you was coming. Listen, nope. And I told y'all something going on with that situation. I just say, do anyone have pictures of sleeping with his kids, child? Nope. Mm-mm. That one video they did, you ready, B? With Jay-Z and Beyonce's music. I mean, yep, Jay-Z and Beyonce music playing in the background. I think that was the only interaction we've seen thus far. I'm trying to figure out, if all the cheering going to their dad is for the summer, why she still got the older ones. Because he did say in a comment, and he had made a post, y'all, on his page, and he had said, somebody said something. Let me go on his page. I'm gonna tell y'all verbatim what he said. Hold on. Of course, he blamed it on working. Of course. All right, let's pull him up real quick. Let's pull him up. And if y'all have any questions about the court paperwork or anything like that, put it in the chat so I can answer it to the best of my ability. Okay? All right. Let's see. Can y'all see it? Yeah. All right. Let me show y'all something real quick. So, is this the one I would make a post? Okay, I think this is the one right here. So he made this post on May 28th, y'all. Mind you, it's what? June 5th? He said, I would make a post, but y'all going to make it about my kid's mother, Miss Brianna. So while I got your attention, repent your sins and start living for God. But it was the comments that caught my attention. Hold on. I wonder why it don't let you click on whether you want all comments or relative comments anymore. I think this the one though. Working. Okay, yep, this is it. So shout out to this person right here, y'all, because they said you definitely, now what they referring to, if y'all remember, Bree had posted something where she went out and she was like half naked or whatever. And then the very next day, Sleepy made a post about women, about bike week and women, being dressed half naked and things like that, right? And basically saying they should have better or higher standards for themselves. And a lot of people went in his comments and ate him up and was basically saying, we know exactly who you talking about. Like, it's hard to exclude that person when you making these type of comments, especially since her page is so public. Thank you, Miss Hill. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. So hold on, let me get back to it. So this person says you definitely was being shady talking about the hive. Seems she's there now, and not what you thought it would be, and now you throwing hella shade. I mean, I haven't saw y'all co-parenting since she first got there. Y'all was so close. What happened? That was a very good question, because I personally, hold on, y'all. All right, I had to clear my throat, y'all. That was a good question, because I personally think that is some friction over there because he's not giving her the support, that he should be giving her when it comes to the three oldest kids. And you can kind of tell the movement is different, the interaction is different. Like something is definitely going on. And but this is why you don't come out publicly praising or kudoing or putting a baby daddy on a pedestal, knowing that he ain't shat and he's not giving you that support that you require or that should be given, because it should be fair all across the board. If we gonna drag two out of the three and the first one is the worst one, he needs to get some of that dragging too. Okay? He shouldn't be, getting praised if he's not actually fulfilling the fatherly duties. So, and it's bad because the support has been caught on, which is why I think he don't post as much as he used to post, y'all. If you notice, he didn't cut down on posting a whole lot. He posts every so often now, every blue moon, and it's because they've been eating him up in them comments, eating him up. And you can't say it's just R8 supporters, because even though he'll say that, but if you look at the names of like if you go in his comments under every post, y'all, they eating him up. At least 90% of the comments are bad. They didn't caught on, even, and you could tell it's probably some of her supporters too, because they're saying things like, you just using her for her clout, you using her, whatever. And those aren't typically things that RA supporters would say. Okay, so that's how you can kind of tell the difference. But they eating him up like as if they didn't caught on to him, because he even made a post where it's a video of himself, right? He literally posts a video of himself, y'all, cheesing, trying to show off, basically flex a little bit, showing the goals, the chains, the outfit. But his caption had nothing to do with himself. His caption was about Bree. Talking about y'all gonna quit something, my baby mama. I forgot what it was, but I'm show y'all. And they start eating him up in them comments because they like, why does this caption have nothing to do with the post? Like, you trying to gain clout and this and that. But they've been tearing him up. And I think that's why he haven't been posting as much. They didn't caught on some. They didn't caught on. It's only so long that you can act like a man is a great baby daddy without the internet, catching on, because he never has those kids. You can't prove that somebody is a great baby daddy if they never got the children. If the kids are always with you, but y'all trying to present this facade as if he's this wonderful and great and best co-parent, it don't add up. Like, it's not matching, and people starting to catch on. I'm gonna show y'all. Hey Cree, hey my love. All right, so the lady said, what she said, you definitely was being shady talking about the hive. Seems she's there now, and now what you thought it would be, and now you throwing hella shade. I mean, I haven't saw y'all co-parenting since she first got there. Y'all was so close. What happened? So he decides to comment and say, one, y'all know he type bad. One, follow which of the other lame baby daddies is this? First of, that's my homie. First of all, what the hell did you just say in that first sentence? All I really comprehend is lame baby daddies. Of course he's accusing her of being LaTruth or Janelle, because that, I feel like that's his escape from accountability. If you ask me, let me act like this is one of the baby daddies, as if it ain't hundreds of people under his post dragging his ass. That's the crazy part. Like, you really think everybody under your post is one of her other baby daddies? You're not that important, sir. So he then says, notice he say, that's my homie. He talking about Bree. Then he say, definitely work in the midst. Oh, let's not forget about our podcast. Damn, y'all lames really mad. But what caught my eye is when he said, definitely work in the midst. So that told me that he's still using work as an excuse to not be involved. If y'all remember, early in the saga, I had did a video breakdown on him, and it got back to him. So he decided to make a post and I guess check me, quote unquote. Uh, I guess he called himself checking me, y'all. But he wasn't disrespectful. I ain't gonna say he was disrespectful. He didn't call me out my name or anything like that. But he basically was hit me with a Bible scripture amongst other things. It was so funny. But he used that same excuse because I basically was calling him out. Like, what's going on? Where are you? You say all of these things and talking about our age being an internet dad and this and that, but I guarantee you them children will take an internet dad, somebody who's because guess what? In order to be an internet dad, you have to be present. That's the point that a lot of people miss. When they say, "Oh, he's only a dad for the camera." Guess what? You can't be a dad for the camera if you're not present. So I'm pretty sure Momo will take that any day because guess what? That internet dad is making sure that baby got hella memories, hella experiences. They going everywhere. Every visitation, they're going somewhere making memories. Kids, those are the memories that are planted. Those are the healthy memories. Like the memories that the kids cherish. They don't care about the drama, the back and forth, the child support. They don't care about none of that. Kids only care about what they can do that's fun. That's it. That's all. Okay. Who they have the most fun with, child. But so he basically used that work excuse when he said definitely work in the midst. So that told me a lot. That told me that that's his excuse. That's his excuse, y'all. Because if you notice, she always still, even ever since she been there, she's always got those oldest three. But the last two baby daddies are the D beats, though. Those last two are the ones. Well, not Janelle just getting his feet wet because of court, but RH faithfully gets his child faithfully every visitation, even showing up when she don't. Okay, so they don't get to use those. Oh, I gotta work this and that without getting blasted on social media. See, he can use all of those excuses behind the scenes because he knows that she ain't gonna blast him because it won't look good validation wise. It won't look good to be at odds with all three baby daddies. It's not a good look. And then it'll make her look like the problem, which we know, whatever. But yeah, he's still using that excuse, y'all. And it's like, Ninja, that's not a good excuse because the gag is all his three with Brie are old enough to tend to themselves while he's at work. They don't need parental supervision. They don't need parental. They are teenagers. They can literally stay home, feed themselves, they bathe themselves, they entertain themselves. They all got phones. So it's literally, no, I ain't reading the comments yet. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. It's literally no excuse as to why he can't keep the oldest three, y'all. It's no excuse. Whether he work or not, those kids are old enough legally to be home alone. So it's like, what the hell? That ain't no excuse. That is not no excuse. All right, let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Hold on. I see what y'all saying. Y'all know I'm not finna repeat that because because we actually spoke on that, y'all, and I try to stay away from that because I look at it like this. Who am I to say that somebody is not the father of somebody's kids, especially if they are saying they are? I remember somebody, people was literally throwing that in his face constantly, all throughout the saga. And he's made several posts saying they are 99.999999% mine. So that told me that, either he did a Dana or he's lying about a Dana. But I still can't say, and y'all know how I am when it comes to facts and receipts. Okay. Now I know a lot of people speculate on that topic, but if that man say they are, then I can't go against his word. That's just not me. I won't do that. But I know why y'all doing that. I just won't. Okay. All right, let me go. I used to say I heard the wife snuck and had a test done. Oh my God. You serious? Or are you playing? We're gonna have to talk about that in members. We're gonna have to talk about it in members. What's up, Tootie? Hold on, y'all. What you need, Booty? I'm unlocking. Go ahead. Don't slam my door. Okay. Go to the bar. Go to the bar. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. All right, my bad, y'all. My sister had texted me and Ham came for me to unlock her tablet, y'all. Thank you, Miss Toya, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you, my love. Y'all are crazy, bro. We Ooh, child, listen. Ooh, that's tough. You said I'm trying to get her to come. Oh God. She gonna have to provide some receipts first. Like we're gonna talk about that in members. You say when a man is not on child support, that means that more than likely a paternity test has never been done. Now I can believe that too, because it ain't too many that actually do them volunteer. Well, some of them do. Some of them do them voluntarily, but it just depends. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I can't say if he did or he didn't. I can only say that he's made statements and it's still on his page actually of him saying they 99.99999. Okay? It's still on his page, but that's their business, baby. That's they Ooh, child, listen. You say stop lying on that man, Pac. He a false prophet. Nah, I ain't denying that, okay? It's definitely giving false profit. Oh, hey, Kimberly. I'm reading the comments now, y'all. I'm reading them now. Let me see. Let me go down. Thank you, Pretty Prophet, her club. You said his wife probably got on him allegedly. Reasons why he hardly saying anything. Also, maybe Lil BB might have told him to chill. She may want to get back with the second baby daddy. That's all right. Allegedly, he on payroll still. Now, I could believe the part about the wife because the streets be talking, and according to the streets, the wife never liked her. She never cared for her because of their triangle, the love triangle that they had in the past. So I can believe that part where the wife, she's on some because if you really think about it, if you look at the situation, right? The wife has never been included in any of the stuff. It's been even with people calling him out saying, is your wife okay with this and da 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 da. He'll bring her out or he'll do a video with her, but it's never you never see them in the same room at all. You never see the wife ride along for pickup, drop off. You never see a video, nothing. Like you see him and his wife doing a video, and then you'll see him and Bree or the kids doing something, but it's never an inclusive type of situation. So it does make you wonder, um, you know, but if you think back to the video that Bree did that floated around the internet early in the saga when she said about the pit bull situation when she said he was trying to prove to his wife that my kids weren't his. That was her words verbatim. So, that pretty much tells you a lot as far as where the wife stands. Um, Thank you again, Pretty Prophet. You say, dang it, I didn't notice I was on my other page. Gosh, child. Oh, okay. Oh, time wonder who that is. I'm like, we got a new another new follower, child. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Let me see. Let me go down. Not two, but wait, six more. Thank you, Nene. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Hey, Miss Sonya, she say Macon, Georgia in the house. Okay, shout out to Macon, Georgia. Y'all, my sister is texting me. It never fails. It's always when I get on live. I text her back in a few. Um, what I wanted to say. Oh, let me take this down so I can show y'all the other one. But yeah, y'all, he used that work excuse per usual. And it just made me feel like, okay, like it ain't that much damn work in the world. You know, we as women, we can't use that excuse when it comes to the kids. We gotta keep our kids. We can't use work as an excuse to not be involved. Like that's not cool. And then when, like I said, when kids get to a certain age, they are able to watch themselves. So he can go to work and still have his kids there. Shit, Bree do what she want and leave them at home. So it ain't no excuse, baby. It's no excuse. Um, but you know, I remember Dawn saying, if y'all, I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember Dawn saying that early on in the saga, whenever they would go with him, that Bree would have to send money for them to be able to do activities. And it's like, damn, you can't even cover your own kids when they with you. Like that's some crazy work, child. That is crazy. But it makes a lot of sense because it's like, you know, if you get if a man gets his kids, you are responsible for said kids while they are with you, right? So that means you're responsible for them eating, for them doing things, whatever. And it costs financially, unless y'all just stand in the house, but you still gotta feed them. But that might be one of the reasons too. Cause she probably got tired of sending money when it's like, you already not on child support, sir. The least you can activity and food and this and that while they're with you. I should That's like, y'all, imagine your kid going to their daddy house and you gotta send some food with them or some money so they can go to the movies or the what they call it, the fair or whatever. Is you cool? I wish the hell I would. I don't care if you on child support. You still should be no. You still should be able to uh you know handle things financially while the child is with you. You say he got time to go bike ride exactly in different states. Make it make sense. Hey Snooky. You said I was thinking that to myself, her leaving the kids home. I'm surprised she didn't do just that and still go shake her BBL in Houston. Laugh out loud. Y'all crazy. I'm new here. Chiming. Oh, you say chiming in from Virginia. Okay, shout out to the VA baby. They both trifling. Bree thought when she moved back, Sleepy was gonna keep all those kids. He said, get somebody else to do it. That's what it's given. Like I said, I feel like, you know, because think about it. Think about the excuse that was given to move back home. Her village, her support system. She needs more support, right? Which I thought it was a crazy idea because when you think about it, the oldest three can, they can fend for themselves. Not say fend as in a bad thing, but they're older, meaning that, they don't require as much parental supervision, but the younger three do. So why move away from the younger three's two dads to another state and make it hard on yourself? Because the younger three want to be involved. It's not like how it was whenever she moved from North Carolina at first to Georgia with LaTrue. Sleepy wasn't involved then. So it was easier because she didn't have to travel back and forth to get the kids to him. RH was their daddy at that point. So it's a different scenario now. And it feels like she made it harder on herself because though these last two fathers very much want to be involved. That's a lot of traveling back and forth. Them kids gonna be having to be on that highway back and forth every other weekend. Every other weekend, them kids gonna be on the highway. Those small kids. So it's like, damn. Did you really think that through? Like, child, that's a lot of highway action for some little kids. But it has to happen when the fathers actually want to be involved. Hold on, y'all. It has to happen. They want their kids, so it is what it is. I've seen people saying, "What if the judge make her move?" I don't. I've never seen. Now, I can only speak for myself, y'all. I've never seen a situation where a judge made a parent move back to a state. Like, you got to really think about that. I've never seen that happen. So, especially once they didn't move, uprooted, whatever. I've never seen that happen. Now, what I have seen happen is the judge strip a parent of their custody status for moving. I've seen that happen before. Now, I'm not gonna say that's gonna happen in this situation, but I've seen it happen before. But as far as a judge, making a parent know, I've never seen that done before. I've never seen it done before. Um, all right, let me see. It was something else on his page, y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find it. Showed up. That's not the one. Um, where is it? Did he delete it? Trying to build with a female that tells Facebook how horny she is. That's not the one. Um, it's the one he made. That crazy girl. Hold up, y'all. And got your back. I think he deleted it, y'all. Free gems. I think he deleted it. Yep, I don't see it. I don't see it. Uh, nope, I don't see it. I think he deleted it. I think he deleted that post, y'all. I don't see it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Toya. Showing love. I love me some Lupac. And I love you right back, my girl. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Nini say the only one I question when it comes to paternity is the oldest. He looks nothing like I find he looked like his mama. He look like his mama to me, y'all. But I don't want to talk about that, y'all. Y'all know how I am when it comes to these babies. Like, y'all know I got a soft spot for the babies. I try to stay away from that topic, because these kids old enough to be on social media too, which she should take heed to that with the behavior and the things she displayed, but that's on her body. She got to deal with that and those questions that's going to be raised later on when the kids start asking you why you was doing certain things on social media. She going to have to explain that. She's going to have to explain that later to her baby, because kids do eventually see everything. And that's why you hear a lot of people taking heed to how they move. If you ever hear this, like how some people say, once I start having kids, I started thinking differently. You're supposed to, because you're not just responsible for yourself, but you are responsible for the ones that didn't ask to be here that you brought here. So you have to take heed and think, like, double think about everything you do before it's displayed or done, especially publicly. especially because it affects them. And their peers see certain things. We can shield our kids from social media, but guess what? The kids that surround them ain't shielded, not all of them. So you got to be mindful. Um, isn't she contempt for moving to another state? I don't I don't know. Well, I won't say she's in contempt for moving to another state, but what I will say is she's in contempt for not giving the 60-day notice. Let's say that. She's definitely in contempt according to the divorce decree. 30 days if it's less than 50 miles, but 60 days if it's over 50 miles, like to another state or whatever. It has to be a 60-day notice, and all of her contact information, the child's school, the new address, if she got a new phone number, email, whatever is supposed to be given to the father. Okay? All of that. So I don't know when it comes to just her uprooting and moving, because I don't think that, let me tell you why I don't think her just moving is a contempt, because it was in the order that she could move even though the time expired, but the courts didn't see a reason with it long as she was meeting for the pickups, drop offs, whatever. But once it's all about communication. And if you're not properly communicating, that falls as a contempt, especially if it's in the order. If it's in the divorce decree, the final order, and you're not abiding by it, then it's definitely a contempt. That is a contempt. Her not giving that 60-day notice. Um, let me see. She was Miss Crystal. Oh, I just seen your comment after I explained it. Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey, Miss Martina. Let me see. Day Day, that great. Y'all get on my nerves. No, she figured they wouldn't drive to get them. That's what I think too. I think she probably thought, well, I ain't gonna say she thought that, because she's not used to an active baby daddy, y'all. Like, let's keep it a stack. She's used to a sleepy, because RH was her husband. He was her husband. It didn't start until like the whole co-parenting and this and that didn't happen until um the end of 2022 up until now. So she's not used to a good baby daddy. She's not. She's used to toxicity, and the one that's not involved, don't care to be involved, that actually enjoys other men being in the home because it's less that he gotta do. Hey, Miss Tracy. Hey, Swisher Sweet. Um, let me see. He do. Her oldest son look just like her to me, y'all. I see Sister Teacher say he looked just like Bree. Yep, he looked like her to me. And if you notice the baby pictures that she put up, he looked just like her. Um, let me see. Thank you, Miss Angela. You said, Lupa, can you see me? I can see you, Sister Teacher. I spoke to you. Matter of fact, I speak to you every time you in the chat. You said, Lupac, I wouldn't want my kids on the highway like that. That would drive me crazy. Too much happens in these streets for that nonsense. It's just bad all the way around. She is crazy for that. Thank you for the super, my love. And I agree. That's why I said that. Like, that's a lot for little kids. Like, typically most people move when the kids are older. They don't just uproot kids and take them out of school in the before school ends. A lot of times if they gonna move, they'll wait till the kids are out of school at least. But at that time she was giving the excuse that uh they was in harm's way, or they was scared, because lying and saying that RH and Janelle gave her address, which it was no proof of that. Like, come on now. The smart people know them men ain't about to give her address and their kids are in the home. Like, come on. That was crazy to me. But if y'all notice, she been saying she wanted to move since she was not even since she was pregnant, since her and RH was going through their divorce. I think Auntie Pimo played a clip where she was saying, what did she say? Well, RH was saying, you can move, but my child's staying here. And he was like, why you ain't moved yet? It was a recording. And she was like, because I'm waiting for this divorce to be done, duh. But notice she never moved. She ended up getting with Janelle. And then when her and Janelle would break up, she would say she was moving again. And it was always for the reasons of her family. Like, my support system is back at home, but it make you wonder, like, if that's the case, why she never visited none of this family? Like, why has it been? Because she had made a post one time where she pulled up to this lady house in, I guess, North Carolina, and she was recording in it, and she was like, I forgot what she was saying, but it was a family member apparently, and she said in the caption that she hadn't seen that person in like over 9 years, and I'm like, or if y'all think about it, RH used to go back to North Carolina often, even when he was with her, because he had to go get Desharia. So why she never went? If she's so close with said family members and friends, why she never went with her husband on the road trips to see those family members? Why does a breakup have to happen for reunification? I don't know. I caught on to that. I was like, something in the milk ain't clean. It just shows that she apparently never really dealt with her family like that. Because when you close with family, even if you move away, like take for instance, my mom's siblings, it's 10 of them. Well, it's actually 8 now because 2 passed away. And they all live all over. They all live all over. Like they spread it out, but they always come back often to visit my grandma, and you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no it ain't years where they go without seeing each other. That's just, to me, that's some issue when you cut family off and you was never close with family like that. That's how you move. But when you actually close with your family, you ain't going years without seeing them. Um Thank you, Miss Dorothy. Thank you for that cash app blessing for that coffee, my love. I appreciate you. Yeah, you're not going years without seeing your family. That's crazy to me. Uh, let me see. Thank you, Toya. You say Lupac, the teacher wants to know if you can see. Yeah, I can see him. Let me see. Hold on. I have it on. Let me see. Let me go back up. That's because I'm scrolling fast through the comments, but I wasn't reading the comments at first. Let me see. I see where you put this. Is it something specific you want me to see or you want me to read? Maybe put it again because I'm towards the bottom now, sister teacher. So maybe put it again. Let me get to the bottom. Let's see. You say I'm patiently waiting on Janelle to go to court. This is going to be very interesting. It sure will. It's gonna be really, really, really interesting. It's gonna be really interesting, y'all. We'll see what happens though. We gonna see. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet and get some popcorn in these YouTube streets. Just kidding. You see, I hit the cash app earlier, Lupac. Thank you, sister teacher. I appreciate you. I gotta log into that one. You be sending to my old one, but it's okay because I still have that one. I just don't be logged into it, so I don't always see it. Like if y'all like, it'll send me an email, but it won't show up as like a cash app notification because I'll be logged into my new one. But if I can log into that one and just switch it over. But thank you. I appreciate you, my love. Hey, flip side discussion. Y'all have any questions? I told y'all to put some questions in the chat if y'all got it. What anything pertaining to court or anything like that. I hope I cleared up the whole without prejudice because, like I said, it was a lot of people that was saying that RH just dismissed everything. Yeah, but you can't ignore the rest of it. You can't just focus on that dismiss part. That was a voluntary dismissal without prejudice. Basically telling the judge, hey, oh, let me give y'all an example. Y'all seen what the landlord did? Notice the landlord dismissed when he first filed for the damage to the rental unit and all of that. He did a voluntary dismissal without prejudice. And what he did a couple months later, he refiled that thing. He refiled that thing because he was not ready. He needed more evidence. He needed more estimates and all of that. He needed more time. He ended up getting an attorney, or no, he ended up getting another attorney because he had somebody completely different. So he ended up getting another attorney. He had to get the full estimates of the damage because when he first filed it, he didn't have accurate estimations of damage, right? So that's what they do typically whenever it's without prejudice. 9 times out of 10 is because one, they're not ready to file yet. They don't have enough evidence, or they want to gather more evidence. If you got an attorney, it costs. That's another reason, financial reasons. You need to wait, you need to get your money up, whatever. It's a lot of reasons, but everything that you had already filed, it just goes like on in a file, on the back burner until you're ready to refile it. But if he would have filed with prejudice, then he would have dismissed everything and been done with it and never been able to refile nothing again or bring anything back up. All right, let me see. Y'all been keeping up with Foot Meat? Thank you, Flipside Discussion. Stay great live. You look like per usual. I ain't been keeping up with Foot Meat, child. Oh, Janelle had to drop the babies back today too. Wait, is it today? Yep, the 5th. The 5th child. It was from he had them from the 1st to the 5th. He had to drop them back today. So now that's just a waiting game to see what's gonna happen with that because they gotta go through mediation to determine visitation, custody status, all of that, child support. They situation just beginning. So they gotta go through all of that. They got till July 31st to decide what's gonna be what. They got till July. The judge basically giving them control right now to try to come to some type of agreement, and if they can't agree, then they go to trial. Y'all. So they can basically go in mediation on or before July 31st and agree on whether she's gonna keep primary physical custody, or they gonna do joint custody, or she ain't finna give him full custody. But we'll see if he still wants it, because he did want it. He did put in the paperwork in his what was it? Because I read it to y'all the other day on my last live. In his not rebuttal, his response. In his response to her petition, to her response, right? His response his response to her response to his petition is confusing, I know. He said that he did not want her to have primary physical custody with I think it was last decision making authority or something like that. He did not agree to that. But he could have changed his mind, seeing as how, they trying to be in communication, whatever. I don't know, child. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because, these type of situations can get real, real cloudy, real toxic, real tricky, baby. Real tricky when you don't agree. And when you got two people that both want the kids and they not in a relationship, it can get real testy. It can get real testy. And if he, I don't see how somebody, thank you, Miss Tracy. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. I'm going to go back up, Nene. I'm going to go back up and see. I don't see how somebody can come out and say all of the things that he said on that live. He made some strong allegations, like how she was making, as far as her, how she is the mother behind the scenes, how she is the woman behind the scenes. He even said he didn't want his daughter to be like her. That is crazy. That's some crazy work. And it's like, did you change your mind? Do you want it? Like, I don't. Y'all listen. That's why I'm like, I don't know, y'all. When it comes to their situation, that's why I say don't put too much into that because their situation is fresh and it's a toxic situation. You know, like I said in I think it was Auntie Pimo chat or Queen Step, one of the two. They gon' we doing it for the kids themselves. Child, I don't know. Neo Tarot say they might both end up in jail. Poor child, listen. Sometimes you gotta just let it be what it's gonna be, baby. Don't when you trying to force a situation. Ooh, listen. Especially when it's toxic and you done already tried 50 times, it never works. It never works. And one thing I could say is the way they situation ended and with all of the breakup and makeup and break I wouldn't have wanted no communication. And I'm speaking on both sides of it, her side and his side, because it ended badly. You can't believe that trust is. She went to jail. Like she she went to jail on his account. Um, she tried to ruin his career. He sent her to jail. Like it's like, damn, I couldn't even trust you to like I no baby, we gonna stay in that parenting app. Okay? Listen. But you steps already written, y'all. That's all I can say. Steps are already written. So what's gonna happen is gonna happen, baby. Um, Pac, what happens to both fathers would never see her. Now she dressing up in shade clothes to be seen. Listen, y'all, you got me choking. She did say that. Y'all seen what I posted on my community wall. I literally said that like this man was accused of being a rapist. He was accused of being a mental patient, dangerous, unable to be around the kids without supervised visitation. He was accused of being a child abuser or a woman abuser, a bum. Um, what else she said, y'all? A crack baby. Because you know, if you call the parents crackheads, then the child gotta be a crack baby, right? She accused him of a lot just a couple weeks ago. So it's like, damn. Oh, listen, that's when you know it's toxic. That's when you know I'm not that forgiving, okay? But that's me. So that's why I say we're gonna see what happens. Steps are already written. But from what I heard, you know, it ain't what is being made, you know, to seem. That's what I heard through the streets, baby. It's not what is being made to seem. So kids are involved at the end of the day. Hey Lupac Janelle drop. Nope. The charge is still very much active. Okay. Very much active, y'all. The only thing that was submitted was that the bond I read it to y'all the other day. You know, the bond something to modify the bond condition to where they can communicate via the parenting app or something parents, you know, so they can communicate and not have to go through third party. That was it. But it wasn't even approved yet. That's the crazy part. It hasn't even been approved yet. It was just submitted. But you know, it didn't stop them from communicating. Whatever they got going on, child, but it can't be too much because you know they're in two different states. So I don't know. Um, Nene, where's your question at? I've been looking for it in the chat. Can you put it again if you don't mind? Cause I'm going up. I don't see it. What did you say, sis? I don't see it. You said Lala can never be a little girl and have fun with the other little girls. Put her in dance cheer. Wait, that's not a question. Hold on. You say you put a question. I don't see it though. Put it again, Nene, if you don't mind. Let me see. You said, oh, was that the question when you asked if Janelle dropped the charge? No, y'all. According to the court documents, that charge has not been dropped. It's still very much active in the system. And like I say, the only thing that you know was updated when it comes to that is the her submitting a modification of bond conditions. Not him, her. Okay? So it pretty much shows you who's trying to do what when it comes to that situation. Because you would think that he would submit that because he's the victim. But y'all listen. Listen, Linda. Uh, let me see. Oh, your birthday is on the 31st, girl. Okay, girl. Period. What that is? Cancer? I don't know. Wait, that can't be. What sign is July 31st? I don't even know. Since the teacher said, I hope Janelle don't change that order. He should keep it like it is and don't go on no parenting app. Stay going through his parents. Yep. Well, here's the thing, y'all. A lot of times now I don't see nothing wrong with doing it through the parenting app, but I would say don't get back as personal as text message exchange because then that's different. But the parenting app, I don't see nothing wrong with that because people are more mindful of what they put through that parenting app because it's not as personal as actual text messages being exchanged. So, but that ship is sailed already, I'm sure. So who child listen? Like I say, y'all, steps are already written, okay? So whatever it's going, sometimes people have to learn the hard way. Like, I thought that because Janelle actually witnessed everything according to him on his video, that when he did that, when he interviewed himself, he made it seem like he learned a lot and he started moving differently because of what RH was experiencing. So it's like, did you forget that but like I say, sometimes people have to learn the hard way. A lot of times we as parents, when you dealing with toxic situations and you thinking you're doing something for the betterment of the kids, but in all actuality, you're making it worse. You're making it worse because if you know you can't get it together, um, relationship wise, why keep putting the kids through that? You know, but hey, um, like I say, we might be jumping the GUN because you know it's being stated that people making it more than what it is. Let me just say that. Hey LB, hey my love. All right, let me go down. I'm getting congested, y'all. First time, 3 minutes. Next, 3 days. Next is gonna be 30 days. Listen, Neo did say that, and I was gonna review her live too, but Queen Steph did it in her members, and I was in there with them, and we had a time, baby. So that's why I didn't do it, y'all. But Neo had a really good she had a good reading this time. She said if they don't stop, they both their ass gonna end up in jail. She said it ain't gonna end well this time. She said that. Just if y'all didn't watch it, go watch that one. She said it's not gonna end well this time. You know, it will not end well. What's up, TLC Tax Pro? Shout out to you. I said the parents should continue to do the job. I agree. And that's when especially when you have a lot of history with a person, when y'all co-parents and y'all got a lot of history, but it's a lot of bad history, you don't want to jump back into the personal, scene too quickly until because you gotta heal. They both need to heal. Like it was a lot on both ends. His career could have been over and you know, listen. Anyways, child, them grown people gonna do what them grown people want to do. We just gotta. That's why I say y'all don't don't try not to get too emotionally invested when it comes to that situation because yeah, them grown people gonna do what they want to do. If you know anything about a toxic relationship, then you know what time it is. Just look at it as entertainment. Okay, that's it. That's all. Thank you, Terry, bro. I appreciate you, and thank you again, Miss Tracy. Thank you, my love. Um, you said, Lupac, when there is a no contact in criminal court, they will reduce the terms to no harmful contact if there's a family case. Job parents live in another state, so that could be a lot. Yep, that's true. That's another thing, y'all. His parents don't live in Georgia, from my understanding. So, depending on how they set up the visitation, whether he's still gone for full custody or if he's willing to still let her maintain full, physical custody and he give visitation, we won't know until the court, they actually go to court and the court records drop. But they'll do that a lot of times. Like they'll, drop it to like she said, no harmful contact. Because no contact order is not the same thing as a restraining order or a TPO. It's not the same thing at all. So yep, more than likely they will because kids are involved. And if, she filed it, but they're going to ask Janelle. They're going to ask him because he's the victim. Okay? Let's just put that out there. And if he don't have no issue with it, then 9 times out of 10, they going to grant it. They're going to grant it if he don't see no issue with it. They would not grant that without asking him. You say, I don't think Janelle mama gonna let him get back with her. He's too much of a mama's boy. He do listen to his mama. You can tell. You can tell he love his mama, baby. Just based off of, the things that he's posted. You can tell he takes heed. And even when he spoke of his mom in that live stream he did, interviewing himself, when he said that his mama is scared of her. Like the look in his eyes when he said that, it was like, damn, what the hell going on over there, child? So we'll see. We'll see what happens, y'all. Thank you, Miss Hill. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you so much. All of y'all, thank y'all for the support. It is overwhelming, baby. Ooh, I feel it in my bones. Hey, Gracie. Hey, Missy Zora. What happened, y'all? I see y'all praying. What did I miss? Who asking for prayers? Y'all pray for me. I have to go back. I have to go back for my right breast mammogram. Show something, but I believe in prayer. So pray for me, family. One thing I always say is to never speak nothing into existence. Okay. I'm real big on manifestation and, prayer work. Don't ever speak nothing over yourself. You don't see nothing. There is nothing there, period. Okay? And you just going for a second opinion, but there is nothing there in the name of Jesus. I'm definitely gonna say a prayer for you tonight, Miss Elby. But it ain't nothing there, girl. It ain't nothing there. And one thing a lot of y'all should know, especially if you read your Bible, and if you know a little something, you know that once you give it to God, you let it go. Because when you dwell, it shows you don't trust his work. Okay. So give it to God, let it go. No stress, no mess, no none of that, no thought. Don't even think about it. All right. Let me see, y'all. Let me see. Oh, we got one left on the go. Anybody want to clear your girls? Go. We got one left, y'all. One left. You say yes, Tupac. They called me 3 times today, girl. Upset me too, but it's the devil. It ain't nothing but the devil. Okay? It ain't man, it's the devil. So, like I said, don't dwell, pray about it. It's nothing there. And you speak that it's nothing there into existence. And give it to God and let it go. Don't worry about what they told you over the phone. Don't stress about it. Remove it from your mind completely. And that's it. Let his will be done, baby. Let his will be done. Period. Period, my love. Keep that faith of a mustard seed and God will handle the rest. Facts, Candy. Let her know. Let her know. Thank you, Miss Renee. Thank you. That's the last one. Thank y'all for oh, why didn't it didn't do it? Or it might have expired. Yup, it ended. So we did complete it though. Thank you, Miss Renee. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, my girl. Yep. You welcome, Miss LB. You said the goal ended. I tried to clear. You did. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support, y'all. So I was trying to get to 2 hours, y'all. I was trying to be on here for 2 hours. Y'all got any more questions before we get off of here? Thank you, Miss Hill. Thank you. I appreciate you, my love. Um, anything else y'all want to know? Y'all want to know? I got a feeling next week gonna be real interesting. And y'all know when it gets too quiet. One thing I noticed, and if you've been if you've been in the saga, then you know anytime these streets get too quiet in the saga, baby, it's finna crank up. Okay? It never fails. It has never been a time where it's gotten quiet and then stayed quiet. It always cranks back up. How can you read my last comment? Okay, let me see. I see you put some prayer hands. You said the thing with Ja is he can be bought. Oh, listen, Linda. Break room voice. That's a true statement. That is a true statement. So we'll see. Let's see if him being bought, quote unquote, it overpowers his plans when it comes to his kids. We'll see, because it's a little different now. It's a little different now. Because at the end of the day, I can honestly say, if I'm being honest, them when it comes to that situation, y'all, and everything we've seen on the internet as far as that situation is concerned, them putting the kids first is them moving the hell on. Like, it's not gonna work. If it didn't work the last 50 times, it ain't gonna work the 51 time. Okay? Like, you can't force something that's not meant to work. And Neo Tarot said that also. He's not that knight in shining armor that you're looking for. Like, that's not your person. That ain't your person. And she's not his person. Because when you find the person that's meant for you, and if you know, a lot of y'all probably know already, when you find that person that's your person that's meant for you, baby, you're gonna know instantly. Because it's gonna be like y'all can't live apart. Y'all go together like yin and yang, like y'all just fit perfectly. What you don't got, he got. Fit physically, mentally, emotionally, like, and if it's not giving those things, that is not your person. And your person won't hurt you either. Or they ain't gonna put you in positions to hurt you or to see you hurt. And they damn sure ain't gonna keep doing it. It's a thin line between love and hate, but listen, it should never be that thin to the point where you got two people that's constantly doing things to hurt each other and then still trying to force it to work. Like, no, that's not love. That's not real love, baby. My last question, Pop, can you send me a plate? What you cooking this weekend? I don't know. Normally on the weekends, like we do, me and my family is real close. My mom, my sisters, my brother, we all real close. So we typically um eat to each other's houses. Like, we'll do big meals and stuff like that. And then, matter of fact, speaking of food, my brother, I had posted, y'all probably seen that big old garfish that my brother caught. I gotta go get my pack, baby, because he got a pack for me. And I told him when I cook it, I'm gonna bring him a plate. I gotta go get me some because it ain't nothing like some fresh garfish. If you know, you know. Okay? That's some country chat right there, baby. But I love me a good old fried garfish or garfish couvillon. Matter of fact, y'all, I had cooked, what was it? Some sticky chicken, smothered sticky chicken with some green beans and potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and rice and rolls. And I had videoed it to make y'all a little vlog, child. And I forgot to put it together. I'll be busy, y'all. I gotta get that food channel up and rolling though. It just be too much trying to spread myself so thin. But I need to do that because my food be, listen, chef's kiss, baby. I need to put this, the world need to see these plates, okay? Um, I had posted a lot of stuff a while. This was early in the saga on my community wall. Some of y'all probably seen it, but if you knew, you probably didn't. I might repost some of it so y'all can see. Let me see. But I don't know. It depends. My middle son, he wants some birria tacos, but I make that so much for them because he loved that. And then he say he want hamburgers. So I'ma see. I don't know what I'ma cook. Them children don't like leftovers. You know, when we was coming up, child, we had to eat them leftovers. We didn't have it made. Fast food was a luxury for us. You get McDonald's or a buffet when it was a special occasion, okay? Them kids nowadays, y'all, they so spoiled. Them children spoiled. Listen, and everybody wants something different. None of my kids eat the same stuff, so it's even harder for me. Thank you, Secrets Inside Eye. You say, hey, look, I can tell. I just got here. Okay, you got to catch the replay too, because we finna get off in a few seconds. Thank you, my love. Um, let me see. Hold on. Thank you, Miss Beverly. You say enjoying and loving your commentary. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for all of the support, y'all. Janelle want his career. He's gonna move different. I think so too. Like I said, I think a lot of us um making it more than what it is, but you gotta kind of give that to the way Bree moves because she makes it like it's more than what it actually is. You give her an inch and she take a mile. She take a mile because if you going off of what Janelle has said to some people, it's not that okay. So I don't know, child. I mean, you never know. Who cares? Who cares? My whole thing is do what's best for the kids. You know, at some point, the adults got to stop being first in the situation and the kids need to need to be put first. The kids need to be put first because it's not healthy. Ain't nothing about that is healthy at all. Tell me something good. Bow, bow. Hey, my love. You say your person will soothe your soul and keep it at peace. That's a fact, baby. That is a fact. You say I just accidentally reported a comment. I'm sorry, I don't even know what the comment was. Oh, I can't see that on my end either. So I don't think it should do nothing. It's not like it's gonna block them out of the chat. So I don't think it should affect nothing. That man said he gonna take care of them kids even if they are the deacons. You say he being nice so he can see his kids. I don't know. He seems a little different. Yep. I think he just on some co-parenting type ish, y'all. And he has never not had a lady in the situation. Okay? There's never not been a woman. Now, what I will say is she better be smart and not get herself back caught up. Because I personally don't think that is given what she think is given. I don't think it's given what she think is given. Okay. Yeah. Like, women tend to fall faster than men and get caught up and wrapped up. Men don't think with their hearts. Women do. Women move based off of emotions, not men. So she's the one that need to be smart in that situation or else just she gonna be setting herself up for some more heartbreak. Okay. So yeah. Thank you, manifestations of God. Thank you, my love. You said I haven't tried to make Berea before. I might this weekend. It's good. My middle son can eat that every day, child. I cannot eat that beef like that every day. Okay. I love me a good steak though. But that Berea, not every day. But you know, when them kids like certain things, they like it. Like that, well, at least that's how mine are. Pac, what you think about that tongue ring? Somebody sent that to me earlier. Now, I personally listen. I had a tongue ring when I was younger, y'all. So I can't say too much. What I will say is, um, if you a big hygiene person, you know, because I've seen people inquiring in Auntie Pimo chat, it's like any piercing. You gotta keep yourself clean, you know, because piercings hold bacteria. So you have to keep yourself clean. You have to, you know, practice good hygiene with any piercing. But I feel like that's something, you know, certain piercings is you do when you younger. Like I had it when I was younger. Um and it's like, what? Why would you wait till you in your 30s to want to get your tongue pierced? Like most people know what that's a symbol of. You know, like people don't typically get tongue rings just for the look. You know what I'm saying? Like that's added pleasure when it comes to your partner. Yeah, you want to experiment a little bit. So it's like, what was your reason, young lady? Listen, you wait till the man is gone. So are you trying to tell us you got a new ninja that you trying to experiment on or what? Because somebody said that she actually got the tongue and the NIPPLES done. Somebody has sent that to me. Sent that to my inbox. So, child, listen. Maybe she, you know, living out her wildest dreams that she felt she couldn't live out when she had these men. Who knows? I don't know, but you know, like I said, people typically get tongue rings when they're younger, when they experimenting, you know, trying things out. I don't really see too many people getting that particular piercing as they're getting older, you know. So I don't know. I don't know, child. My father-in-law fried some. Oh yes, fried. And it listen, it hits different when it's fresh, y'all. That's any fish. Any fish hits like you if you know, you know. Imagine because you know we from the country. So when my dad was when I was younger, we used to go camping a lot and um we would fish at the camping sites. Like we would go fish where I mean we would camp and stay overnight in the tents and stuff. Oh my god, I miss that so much. Like we got a lot of good memories that these kids nowadays don't know about. But ain't nothing like some fresh fish cleaned straight out the water in that hot grease. Oh my god. With some hot sauce over some rice. Oh, child, listen, I want to go fish. Now I want to go fish. That's why I gotta get my fish from my brother. Cause he the, you know, my dad used to fish a lot before he passed, but and he'll give us a lot of fish. But now I gotta get it from my brother. Cause he be going a lot now. He go hunting too and get that deer meat and stuff. Um or the wild hog. That's another thing. All right, let's see. You say Pac, my kids sweet sweat burrito tacos. Really, any tacos? I think they was Mexican in their past lives. Listen, not they was some Mexican style, but that's an easy meal, so you got it good. My kids difficult, okay? They difficult. It wouldn't be bad if they would all eat similar stuff. The only thing my kids eat alike is chicken. That's it. Chicken is the only meat that they actually eat a lot. Not oh, and seafood. They all like seafood. They all like seafood, but my middle son, he'll eat ball crawfish, but he won't eat like if I make it in an etouffee, he won't eat it like that. But he'll eat it ball, which is weird because it's the same thing. But you know them kids be weird with their food selections, child. Um, let me see. I just fried some fresh catfish. Ooh, it was so good and crunchy, seasoned to perfection. I'm full. Ooh, that sound. Now you making me. And I fried some catfish, and I made some. What did I make that with? We had fried catfish and was it crawfish etouffee? I think I made some crawfish etouffee and fried catfish over rice. I think that's what it was. I think I made that like last week because that's Ham's favorite meal. It was so good too, but it wasn't fresh cat. It wasn't like fresh. It was frozen, so it's not the same, y'all. It's a different taste. I'm telling you. But I'm finna get off of y'all. We done made it to the 2 hour mark. What's up, Ramsey? What's up, Ramsey? What's up, Lacey? Shout out to y'all. If you just coming in, you're gonna have to hit that replay. I will be back tomorrow, y'all. I still never did my Clarissa content, and when I tell y'all they've been cutting up in that sector, oh my god, so much has happened. Like we got a lot to catch up on when it comes to the Clarissa content because it's a lot. Okay, it's a whole lot. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Members live Sunday, regular live tomorrow. Okay, period. If somebody else go live, I may see y'all in the chats. It just depends. I don't know who probably would even go live at this time, but you never know. It's Friday, so I'm pretty sure somebody else going live, child. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Y'all know what time it is. The truth teller in the spot. Always bring the facts. Yeah, she make the fake stop. Stop clearing out the noise. Never let the lie rock. Nope. Say it with me loud. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Yeah. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Receipts on deck, she gon' air that out. Lil Park, wipe them down. If it's cap in the chat, she gon' call that out. Lil Park, wipe them down. Came with the proof, better watch it now. Lil Park, wipe them down. If it ain't fast, don't come around. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. She a Louisiana with truth on black. Lil Park, wipe them down. Receipt so strong, but the lies won't let. Lil Park, wipe them down. When she step in the spot, all eyes on her. Lil Park, wipe them down. Expose real quick, make the face to turn. Lil Park, baby. Who got the truth? Lil Park. Who bring the proof? Lil Park. Hands to the left, hands to the right, wipe them down. Club lit up all night, wipe them down. Who got need? She OB. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Lil Park, baby. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. Wipe them down, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Truth don't mean you gon' stand on that. Lil Park, wipe them down. Blocking the trolls, never looking back. Lil Park, wipe them down. Whole crowd move when the name get loud. Lil Park, wipe them down. She the voice of the people and she shut them down. Lil Park, baby. Truth too strong, wipe them down. Pop, pop. Crowds sing along, wipe them down. Pop, pop. From the booth, she a beast, wipe them down. Pop, pop. It's Lil Park, baby. Shut it down.